Hey guys, what's up? It's Julia, and for today's video I'm going to be doing my May wrap-up video where I show you guys all the books that I've read throughout the month of May and my thoughts and stuff on the book. And yeah, so this month I read 11 books. The last book, the 11th book, I am currently reading, but I'm filming this like 3-4 days before the end of May, and there's like 70 pages left, so I'll be done by the, I'll probably go read it after I'm done filming, but I will finish it like today, so I included it in here. Yeah, but let's get into the books. I'll be saying this in the order that I read them in. Keep that in mind. By the way, sorry for the echo in here. I'm filming in like the office in my house today. First book I read this month was Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. This book was great. It was kind of slow getting into it. I only got into it about at the 150 pages and up, but it was really good, and I'm surprised I liked the steampunk kind of vibe to it, but I did enjoy it, so I'm really happy about that. And yeah, it was really good. Recommend it, especially if you're not a fan of the Mortal Instruments. I'd recommend going to the Infernal Devices because these are really good. Really good. The next book I read this month was Confess by Colleen Hoover, and this was my first Colleen Hoover book I've ever read, and I hear a lot of hype about this author all the time. And this was the first book I read by her, and I really enjoyed it. It was good. It was short. That's my only complaint. But I did really enjoy the story, and it was really adorable and sad and wonderful. And for the length of it, it was pretty good. But I like my contemporaries a bit bigger than this because, yeah, but it was really good. I gave it about a 4.54 star. So I read Mr. Mercedes by Stephen King this month, and I really enjoyed this novel. It was like one of those murder mystery stories. So for what it was, I would say it was really, really good. I gave it a 4.6, 4.7, and on Goodreads I ran it up to a 5 because it was a really interesting storyline. It was really good. It was really interesting, and it always kept me like on the edge of my seat, and I was like, oh, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. The characters were really good, and I really liked the character Holly in this book. Like, she was such an interesting character, and she really developed throughout the story. And she wasn't even like one of the main characters till later on, but she really did develop a lot throughout the story if you look at her halfway through and then at the end. So that's really good. And I like our main detective. And we also have Brady, and that guy, I feel sorry for him. You get to hear a lot about his past, and it's really horrible, and you really get an insight onto a killer's life because you change perspectives from the detectives and the killer. I believe so. Yeah, you do. You get his perspective and how he looks at everything, and it was really interesting to read about, so it was good. It was good. Next book I read this month was Clockwork Prince by Cassandra Clare, and this one was a lot better than the first one. The first one was good. It was good, but the second one was so much better. It was so good. I loved it. I even like ticked off quotes and everything, and it was really good. Read them, please. I think I gave it a 5. I hope I gave it a 5. It deserves a 5. Really good, really recommend Infernal Devices. The next book I read this month was Clockwork Princess by Cassandra Clare. This was so good. I didn't waste. It wasn't a waste. I used 30 ticks or 25, something like that. It was amazing. The trilogy had so many things going on and so many different emotions wrapped in it, and only like 3 books, which was amazing. And the story, so good and beautiful. Please read them for all devices. It drained me. Like, I was sitting in sadness. That doesn't make sense, but I was just drained. If you've read a book that's like, that just kills you, like, it was so good. I loved it. Next book I read this month, I finally finished the series. I read City of Heavenly Fire, which this took me, I think, 7 or 6 days to get through. I think 6 days. I'm pretty sure it took me 6 days. But it was amazing. It was fun. It was good. I'm happy I read it. I'm happy I read the Mortal Instruments and the Infernal Devices series. I really loved the Shadowhunter world, and just these books are great. So yeah, I was really satisfied with both the ending of this book, and I'm really excited for the Dark Artifacts, and it was really, really good. I really liked it, and I was really sad, but I was really happy, so it was good. It was really good. I jumped into another series this month, and that is the Death Note series thing. And these are really good. And this is the first one, which is Death Note. And it contains volumes 1 and 2 in the black editions, because the black editions are bind up, because there's a total of 12 volumes. And you can buy them separately with each volume, that's 200 pages, or you can buy the bind-ups where there's 6 bind-ups and they have 400 pages approximately, and they contain 2 volumes and they're pretty, so I got these ones. But really good book, really enjoyed the story. It's pretty much about a guy named Light, and he is very smart, and pretty much he is just walking around, and then this book like falls from the sky, and he's like, what? So he picks it up, and it's this book, and it's called the Death Note, and he reads all these things, and then he gets involved with a Shinigami and all the other stuff, and it's really good. It just read the back, it makes more sense. But the Death Note, pretty much, if you write the name of someone, they die. Really good, really good. I really loved the first one. I gave it a 4.54 star. It was great, really good. My battery's dying, so I gotta hurry this up. The next book I read was Death Note volume 3 and 4, and it's the second bind up, and it's great. It was so good. These are just amazing. I love them. Check them out. Highly recommend. It's manga. It's a graphic novel, you know, really good. Love them. Then I read the Infernal Devices Clockwork Angel graphic novel by Cassandra Clare, and art by a name that I can't pronounce. And this was just a graphic novel version of the Infernal Devices, so it was good. I gave it a 4. It was good. I liked it, and it's really nice to have just a refresher if you want it, you know, sit down, read the graphic novel. They're good. And pretty much the last book I finished this month was The Isle of the Lost by Melissa De La Cruz. And I personally have never read a fairy tale retelling or anything in the Disney realm of things. I don't know, I haven't read them yet. I haven't read the Lunar Chronicles. I haven't read any of the fairy tale books or about the villains. Anything Disney related, I haven't read. And honestly, I do not know that much about Disney. Sorry, don't kill me. I did watch Disney as a kid, but not as much as most kids did. So this book for me was interesting to hear more about the villains, and the characters were really good. I really enjoyed the characters, and it's cool because it's a prequel novel to a movie that is coming out, and it's called The Descendants, and it's like a Disney Channel movie that's coming out later this year. And it's really cool because it follows like the daughter of Maleficent named Mal, and she was personally one of my favorites, and so was Carlos, which Carlos is the son of Cruella de Vil. And then we have Evie, which is the Evil Queen's daughter, and we also have Jay, which is the son of Jafar. That's it. And it was really good. I liked it. It was fun. It's a fun read, pretty quick, fun. Check it out. And the last book I read this month, well, pretty much this is the book that I was talking about at the beginning, the one that I have like 70 pages left, and it is the third bind up of the graphic novels for the Death Note Black editions, and so far I can say that I will probably give it a 4.5 or a 5 at where I'm at, because it's totally switched around. Like, if you finish one of these, you don't know where the story's gonna go. It just flies in all these different directions. It's really good. I really like them. And yeah. And fun fact, my shirt says Ryan Gosling on it, if you're wondering, because you've probably seen like letters poking out, and it says like Ryan Gosling broke my heart. It's really cute. I'll like insert a picture. But thank you guys so much for watching this week's video. I hope you really enjoyed it. And this video is gonna go up on Sunday instead of Tuesday, and that's because I'm gonna be away for a week, and I most likely will not have much internet like I have. If you guys have read any of these books or like any of these books or heard any of these books, just let me know in a comment, and let me know if you like these book videos or if you like my beauty videos, whatever you want. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.